Everybody want the crown, but nobody want the scar. You don't get the blessing till you live through the lesson. Now Lord don't just survive, we evolve. Used to curse the sky, fist full of rage, soul full of fire, heart locked in a cave. Ran from the truth, all pain was a plague. Now I see the storm was just clearing the stage. Had to lose friends, had to lose pride. Had to stand alone with no place to hide. Mirror on the wall said, boy, pick a side, cause running from growth is just suicide. Lesson hit hard like a backhand swing.
Welcome back to King's Insight with Mr. Be Great today. Today we're shining light on a story that's close to my home. We're diving into the case about Eurie Martin, a name that echoes through counties of central Georgia, and a man whose story deserves to be told. This isn't just about one incident, it's about a system. The Good Ole Boy system of central Georgia. Some call it the Dixie Mafia. It goes by many names. It's about a system, a pattern, and a question of justice that has lingered on for 8 years. And these are the type of things that new media, King's Insight, with Mr. Be Great today, is going to indulge into to bring the real uncut, raw stories that the major news outlet failed to delve into. So who is Eurie Martin? Born and raised in Milledgeville, Georgia, Martin was known for his gentle, quiet soul, but he struggled with mental illness throughout his life, including schizophrenia. Even through his illness, family members described him as a kind-hearted, helpful, and deeply loved. On July 7th, 2017, he was walking through Washington County down Deep Step Road. I'm very familiar with that road. I drove that road for many years, working down in the kaolin mines in Sandersville, Georgia. So I knew that road very, very well. Very small communities, probably not even 100 people there. With a small subsection of Sandersville. And it's hot. If you're from Georgia, you know it's hot as shit. And he's going down there to visit family, and he stops on his way in Deep Step. Now, mind you, Mr. Martin, he's mentally ill. Because it's not a short walk from Milledgeville to Sandersville. That alone lets you know there's some things that's probably he may be dealing with if he's taking a long walk. Because Milledgeville, from Sandersville to Milledgeville, is probably about 20 miles. That's a pretty long walk in the middle of summer to be walking. So Mr. Martin stops to ask for water. And this small request is sparked this whole incident that ultimately ended his life. A 911 call was made by a resident of Deep Step, Mr. Cyrus Harris Jr., who described Martin as a big black man who looked rough and suspicious for merely asking for a cup of water. Deputies from the Washington County Sheriff Department responded, and when they arrived, body cam footage shows them ordering Mr. Martin to stop walking. He did not comply, but he did not threaten or attack them either. Moments later, deputies deployed their tasers over and over again. Reports indicate he was tased at least 15 times within roughly 90 seconds. Martin collapsed, went into distress, and died on the scene. Now you just imagine this. You're walking in the heat, and you stop and you ask someone for some water, and they call the cops. Now you leave. You're leaving. Obviously the people told him to leave. Obviously Mr. Harris told him to leave. He left. And as the cops are coming, he's leaving the scene. This man has no ill intent. He said, I'm gone. I got the video here. I have the video here. And I wanna warn you guys, it's very graphic, it can be very disturbing. So viewer discretion is advised before going forward and looking at this. But I want you to see how when the deputies come on the scene, he's already leaving. He's already away from Mr. Harris' house. Right? And you'll see his cars coming by. There's people who also pulls out their phone. All these different things to show you that. Let me roll this first clip to let you see exactly what happened as the officers rolled up on the scene. Roll that film for me, mean dog. Let's look at it.
Hey, come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Get out of the road, man. Come on. Get out of the road. Come on.
All right,
Come on.
as you can see there, he's walking.
Yeah.
As you can see, he's walking. You can hear. I ain't messing with you, man. Yeah, because you can see at this part here, there's no houses here. So he's and Deep Step is a small niche. So in that spot, he's up there, and from this point of view, from that point, he's past all the houses. Deep Step, you blink your eyes, you're going through it. And as you can see here, he's still walking. He's like, man, I'm not bothering nobody, I'm just walking. And mind you, it gets very disturbing here on this part. So please, if there's any kids around, please be advised.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you arresting me? And let me stop it right here for a minute. And what people don't fail to realize, most people, and this is what this platform is really for, to inform the people, to keep people informed and let them know. Pretty much, unless you live in a stop and frisk state, in which there is no state in the whole South that is a stop and frisk state. If I'm not mistaken, I'll do my research, I'll see. Georgia's not a stop and frisk state, right? Meaning that a police officer cannot stop you for no reason and ask you for your ID. A police officer cannot stop you and question you for no reason without probable cause, without a crime being committed. An officer has no reason to be interacting with you. Now, if you interact with them voluntarily, that's on you. But you are not obligated by Georgia state law to talk to a police officer. You're not obligated by Georgia state law if you're walking down the road to give them your ID. You're not obligated by Georgia state law to do anything a police officer tells you to do unless you're committing a crime or about to commit a crime. Period. And this is something that they abuse their power over and over and over again. Listen, guys, if you're pulled over in a car, the only person that is obligated to give them their ID is the driver. Now, they will tell you everybody in the car has to be identified. The case law has proven that that is not true. And they abuse their power so frequently and so often that these officers actually believe that they have a right to ID everybody they talk to. Whether you just fucking walking in the mall, whether you fucking just riding in the car with your buddy, they gotta feel, oh, I gotta see if you ain't got no warrants. You don't have that right. I have a constitutional right to go unmolested. I have a Fifth Amendment right to say, no, I don't want to talk. I don't have to talk to you. And these officers don't understand that they say an oath to uphold the Constitution but they feel like they have their own internal, and especially in these good old boy fucking towns, you don't give them folks your fucking ID, they will beat your ass and put a fucking charge on you. Obstruction of an office because you didn't give them your ID, which you are not obligated by law to give. And I want you guys to educate yourself and start exercising your rights. And people say, well, just give them your ID. Well, fuck that. This is not Nazi Germany. All the fucking DUI checkpoints they have down there, that shit is unconstitutional. I got a right to travel with unmolested throughout this land. But guess what? We don't exercise it. And guess what? We don't even know we got the fucking right. But you go talk, oh, there you go with that sovereign citizen shit. No. This is basic God-given fucking rights. And if I'm bold enough to stand up by, then hey, by all means, that's what I'm gonna do. But if you want to be a little subtle ass and fall and bend to their knees and say yes sir and go ahead, but then you go ahead and rail. But don't talk shit about the people that know what the fuck they talking about, that know who they are, have knowledge of self. You're down. Most people think these people are here to enforce or give you your rights. Don't nobody give you no rights. Don't nobody, your rights are born, you have inalienable God-given rights. But y'all have folded to this system of oppression and civilization, in the name of civilization, Man, man, they have really done a number on this. But let's get back into this.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You're going to be tased. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. No. Hey, yo. Get on the ground.
I know that right, Eurie. Hell no.
Roll over.
Killing you. And then you see, as you can see, you got people coming by. And we have been programmed so much to mind our business, especially when it comes down to the police. They ride right on by. Them people had got out and pulled out them phones, or got out and made a scene, or got out and made awareness. Mr. Martin probably still would be alive today. But I'm not faulting them, of course not. But I'm just saying how they have taught us to think, how they have taught us that to give these people unlimited power when it comes down to us. That's why when shit happens, they get a slap on their wrist. And guess what? If it's us, if we kill one of them, oh my God, you're going to the death. You're going to the gas chamber. You getting that goddamn needle. You kill that motherfucking police dog, your motherfucking ass getting the needle. But they kill you, they get paid leave on your dime. The family sues the department. Guess who paid that? The fucking taxpayers on your dime. We really think we so fucking smart, but these motherfuckers have done a real number on us. Now here it is. You see this? Here it is. It's gonna come from another viewpoint. This again another view as far as when they walked up on it. But let's move on down. Let's move on down. Let's go on forward. All right, that's another angle. That's pretty much the same angle. All right, let's see. This is now mind you. Now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker right here. They get him up off the ground. Mr. Martin is still alert and alive and good. They got him off the ground, right? They get him off the ground. Then these motherfuckers tase him again after they've already got him up. Got him in. At this point, as a trained fucking police officer, you can't tell something is probably wrong with this young man. You can't tell that this man probably has some mental issues. You haven't called EMS out here. You've already tased him. You haven't called EMS, or you haven't did any of that because he's a big black man, as Mr. Cyrus Harris described him. So now he's an automatic threat. And people don't understand what black men go through in this country every day. And I ain't gonna sit here and cry about it and complain about it, but it's the truth. Motherfuckers be afraid of you like you gonna do something to them. And I promise you, if a black man truly wanted to cause hurt, harm, and danger to you, it had already been done to you. But this narrative, this notion that we're just these dangerous people because of a small few, or because of propaganda, because of narratives that big media spins, is ridiculous. But I've seen white men got them pulled on the police gun and everything, damn near about it, and they somehow they find resolve. Somehow they find restraint. But with a black man walking down the road asking for water, we gotta tase this motherfucker 15 times. It's a wonder they ain't shooting. Let's keep rolling. And here we are. They got him back up off the ground. Now they're back up off the ground. Now you're gonna see also some people in the car. Now these people are gonna ride by and video, but here, as you can see, some cars are coming. Now they're back up off the ground. Now he's still clearly. Now you already know what do you want? What do you want from me? Put him in cuffs and take him to jail. Whatever you gonna do. Now here we go. Watch this shit. Hit him again. Look at this shit. And you know that, and make sure they always seem to get off camera, right? Right. These motherfuckers know what they're doing. They even talking about it in the fire how he did crimes off camera. But look at it. By now you don't see something wrong. By now you tased this man 15 times. 15 times. Because he asked for water. Did you go talk to the victim? You didn't do none of this. None of this. This is crazy, man. It's uncalled for, and it happens too often. And it just so happened now, it's being caught on film. Now we got the internet. As you've seen throughout this case or throughout these series that new media is bringing to life, that there's countless cases of misconduct, corruption, and now we have murder in this whole Okmulgee district, right? Three deputies responded: Henry Lee Copeland, Michael Howell, and Red Scott. All three were later fired by the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Prosecutors charged them with felony murder, involuntary manslaughter, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, and reckless conduct. The defense argued Martin refused commands and took an aggressive stance, though footage did not show him attacking the officers at all. Now that's their stance. All right, so yeah, on July 7th, 2017, Martin, 58, was walking through rural Deep Georgia in hot Georgia weather, about 95 degrees, and roughly 30-mile journey to see relatives. According to reports, he asked Cyrus Harris Jr. for a drink of water. Harris called 911, describing Martin as a big black man, rough looking, looked like he hadn't had a bath in several days. The deputies involved, Harry Lee Copeland, Michael Howell, and Red Scott. The deputies encountered Martin in the roadway, allegedly walking in the road, dropping a soda can, refusing commands, and not stopping when told by deputies. The deputies said they took an aggressive stance. Now you see, you hear that part right there. They made sure they throwed in there he dropped the soda can. See, that's the bullshit ass probable cause they probably using in the case. That's why would you throw that in there? Why would you say he dropped the soda can? If he stopped looking for fucking water, how the hell he get a fucking soda? Huh? If the man stopped looking for water, how the hell did he get a soda? See, this the bullshit they do, bro, to justify their bullshit. Man, this shit pissed me off. And it should piss you off. Dash cam and body stand and cell phone footage show the deputy surrounding Martin, shots from his taser, smokes from a taser discharge, Martin falling to the ground, attempted to get up, and eventually collapsing. Now this after the second time, because by the time the people got, they had already tased. Right? The deputy reported fired taser at least 15 times, sending current into Martin's body for about a minute and a half. The autopsy by the GBI determined Martin's death to be a homicide, with medical experts testifying the electrocution from the taser shots, not his underlying health issues, was the cause of his heart stopping. After the incident, all three deputies were fired by the Washington County Sheriff Joel Cochran. We're gonna get into Joel Cochran before we get to the end of this series. All right. The deputies were indicted in Washington County for felony murder, involuntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, reckless conduct, false imprisonment, and related charges stemming from the 2017 incident. In 2019, a judge granted them immunity on the Georgia self-defense law, use of force laws, but the Georgia Supreme Court reversed that decision and sent them back to trial. Now, this is what they do now. All right, so you got a Superior Court judge in Washington County, in the Okmulgee Judicial District. This is the Good Ole Boy system part of it. Because Washington County, Baldwin County, Jones County, Putnam County, and Wilkinson County, all Okmulgee jurisdiction. So you have a pool of judges who rotate throughout each county. Right? And this Superior Court judge, after looking at these fucking videos, after looking at all the incident reports, after these guys have been indicted by a grand jury, he takes upon himself to say, you know what? I'm going to give them immunity on the stand your ground. And the man who was unarmed and was mentally challenged didn't have nothing on. And this is what happened. This is what I'm telling y'all, man. For those who don't know, Central Georgia, and that little pocket right there, that old Millersville is one of the first capitals of Georgia. All that whole little pocket right there is so fucking corrupt and good old boy. You stretch my back, I stretch your back type shit amongst the motherfucking so-called prestige and elite. It's pathetic, bro. And especially when it's one of theirs. This judge gonna say they got immunity. But then the Georgia Supreme Court said, oh look now, we can't have that now. Y'all can't do this. This man was unarmed. This man has a history of mental illness, and y'all tased him 15 times for over a minute and a half, and you gonna say that they got immunity for what? For a coke can that he's supposedly doing? Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Georgia Supreme Court said, fuck no. Hell no, we're not doing that. So the first trial was held in 2001. It ended in a mistrial because the jury could not reach a unanimous verdict. Bro, we're in Washington County, man. Washington County. You got 3 good old boys on trial for killing a nigga. What do you think that jury makeup was? All they need is one. All they need is one. Right? So they got a hung jury in 2021. right? During the trial, prosecutors rested their case, having presented about 2 full days of video and audio evidence showing the encounter. One key state expert, retired GBI use of force expert John Durden, testified that in the view there was no reasonable suspicion of a crime by Martin at the onset, thus the stop and the subsequent actions were not justified. Now this is coming from a GBI expert. John Durden has been with the he had been with the GBI for over 20 years. And he stated that they had no reasonable suspicion to even stop you. And that's what I was speaking about earlier. When the police stop you, whether you were whether you're a passenger in a vehicle, whether you're walking along the road, whether you're walking in Walmart, whether you're walking in your house, I don't give a damn where, unless you are in the commission of a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a crime, they cannot ask you for your ID. Basically, the only time you are mandatory required to tell them people who you are is when you're under arrest. That's their job. Until I'm under arrest, it's your job to find out who the fuck I am. It ain't my job to help you. I don't work for the goddamn Washington County Sheriff Department. It's not my job for you to tell you who I am. It's your job. If you feel like you want to detain me, I will stand right here and I will shut the fuck up and you do your fucking job. But in this good old boy system town shit like this, these motherfuckers feel like that they are superior and above the law. And based on the outcome of this Eurie Martin case, obviously they are. And based on the outcome of previous cases in this district, obviously they are. And just like it says, here it is right here. It was in the state's final witness, retired Georgia Bureau of Investigation use of force expert John Durden, who was called upon to make the point most directly. Under federal law, and even state law in Georgia, officers must first have a reasonable suspicion of a crime has been committed before they can physically detain someone. So really, dog, they can't even detain you unless they have reasonable suspicion of a crime. And see, they twist that word. They'll use that word. They say you look suspicious. Suspicious is not a crime. And that's the terminology they use, or that's the justification they use in most cases like this to detain people, or especially people who have melanin in their skin, right? Prosecutor Kelly Weathers asked Durden whether he saw Martin act in a way that would create such a suspicion in the 50 minutes of video documenting the encounter with the deputies. Here's what John Durden said. Here's what he said. Durden said unequivocally, no. I'll go get your dictionary and find out what unequivocally means. The crime is the problem, he said. There is no original crime. The tree bearing the forbidden fruit. We all know how that goes. If they have they have to have probable cause. That's why they threw that little Coke can shit in there when in early. They talking about a fucking Coke can when the man asked for water. So what the fuck you get a Coke can for? If he had a Coke can, he wouldn't even stop at them people's house. That's the bullshit they try to put in there to justify their bullshit. Because they know they need reasonable, they need, and that's why talking to them, you often give them reasonable suspicion. They don't have it initially, but you keep fucking talking. You keep giving them you keep running your fucking mouth. You're giving them your ID. You're blowing it. And again, if you get, and I'm not here to tell a motherfucker how to beat no charges or saying fuck the police. One, you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be committing no fucking crime, right? But secondly, don't. You got the Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate yourself, right? Police, how fast were you going, motherfucker? You pulled me over. What the fuck I'm gonna tell you for? Here go my ID, my driver's license. You shut the fuck up. It's their job. Don't give them nothing. Sir, you want to blow in this? You want to do a field sobriety test? Fuck no. I ain't giving you no evidence to use against me blowing this thing. Hell no. Kiss my ass. You say I'm DUI, lock me up, let's go. I ain't blowing this shit. And that's just a tidbit, because guess what? Don't give these people nothing. You have the right not to incriminate yourself. You have a right not to cooperate. And people all say, well, won't you just cooperate? Won't you just cooperate? I get that, but hey, when you cooperate, them motherfuckers not your friend. Everything you say can and will be used against you. Do you not? They telling you they gonna fuck you. So shut the fuck up. You ain't using shit against me. Not my breath, not my blood, not my urine. Nothing. Because guess what? In order they have to ask you to do that because in order to get it from you, in order for them to demand you to give that stuff, they have to have a warrant. They don't have a warrant. So there's always, hey, blow in this for me. Or step out the car for me. You know what I mean? I need to take blood from you. It's never, because in order for them to demand you, they gotta have a warrant. That's what and reasonable suspicion. Again, I can't harp on this enough. Suspicion is not a crime, and I hope it's some officers and all that, and especially these country ass towns. They act like your ID is a fucking, I don't know, like the ID gonna help themselves solve the fucking crime they looking for. How the fuck identify me gonna help you solve the motherfucker you looking for? Supposedly. No, we need to run and make sure you ain't got no warrants. Making shit, man, get the fuck out. Look, I have a right to move unmolested in this country. That's a constitutional. That is a God-given inalienable right. Inalienable right. That means it can't be stripped away. It can't be given to you. All right. The defense argued Martin committed an offense walking in the roadway, littering with a soda can, refusing command. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? This the bullshit they do. Walking in the roadway, dog. It's deep step Georgia. There is nobody out there, man. I rode that road 5 years. I actually crashed into a house right there in that curve when you pass that church going down Deep Step Road. From there, it's very light traffic out there. Most of it coming through there is trucks. I get it, staying out, but dog, it's not like it's fucking I-10. It's not like it's 75, 85 Midtown Atlanta. It's not like it's got them coming up 59 in Houston. It's none of that, bro. It's fucking backwood, rural Georgia. Deep Step got 100 people. They got one caution light. Now that's a town for real. They got one caution light in the fucking town. And I'm telling you, you ride through that 2.5 seconds, you out of the town. Ain't nobody got, walking in the road. I told that soda can. So if he threw a soda can on the road, what the fuck he stopping for water for? See, this is bullshit. This is fabricated bullshit. This is how they do to push their agenda. This is what they're using to justify killing a motherfucker. Walking in the roadway. For you walking in the roadway and you throwing a little can down, that's justification for me killing you. You see how stupid that shit sound? And these motherfuckers stand behind this shit. Joe Cochran and them, all them motherfuckers in cahoots. They stand behind this shit. Them judges, the sheriffs, all them motherfuckers. This shit, all of them. They all in cahoots. Joe Cochran was he was the police chief in Tenor, which is a subsection of Sandersville as well. So the same thing, just like in Millersville, all of them, they all in cahoots. The judges, the DAs, the solicitors, the sheriffs, the deputies, all of them, they in cahoots. You got some good ones out there. I ain't gonna say all police bad, because when we need them, we need them. You feel me? But man, my thing is this: if there's some good ones out there, why the fuck y'all ain't calling out these bad motherfuckers? Why y'all don't call them out on their shit, yo? You scared you're gonna lose your job? You scared you're gonna be ostracized like old boy Richie on goddamn American Gangster? Because you doing the right way? Because that culture is real. And as we can see, it's too real. Right? The defense called it own use of force expert Gary Fike to counter the state's expert witness. Right? So the defense, this is what they did. They began this case by asking for and being denied a direct acquittal by Judge H. Gibbs Flanders from the bench. Flanders denied the request, saying there was plenty of evidence for a jury to consider. So these motherfuckers say, like, hey, Judge, man, let's not even go through this shit. I want a direct acquittal right off the goddamn bat. I don't even want to go through this shit, man. We ain't gonna take our good old boy through that. Why we gonna run it? Let's not do this. Let's not waste each other. And basically, the defense was telling them, man, come on, man, let's not waste these people time. You know we finna get these people off their charge. They tried to tell them in the beginning. I'm telling you, the corruption in this fucking shit is, and Gibbs is in on it too. Any judge down there, the motherfucker, any tenured judge in the Oak Morgan district, them motherfucker just as crooked as a motherfucker. I'm telling you, man. They got motherfucker down there, not Stephen Bradley. Oh my God, he on the bench. Oh man, nigga, trust me, I'm gonna talk my shit from way out here. I ain't going down there fucking with them folks. I ain't going down there unless I got to. Trust me, I won't post that shit. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm dead ass for real, because them people don't play. Like I said, this shit is like the Dixon Mafia down there. And you know what the Mafia did in the movie? They influenced judges, politicians. They do the same shit right now in this liberty ass town. And this town is full of money, corruption, old money. The Kaolin industry. Do you know Sandersville, Georgia is probably the richest resourceful county in motherfucking the world? If you know what I mean, I'm like, the Kaolin is probably more precious than fucking diamonds. You can find diamonds throughout the world. You can't find kaolin nowhere in the world but Central Georgia. Look it up. Look it up. There's a lot of corruption down there. There's a book about it, Red Clay, Pink Cadillacs, White Gold. Talks about how they swindle people out of their land down there because of that kaolin. For my listeners who don't know anything about kaolin, it's a mineral found in the mine, in the ground that they mine. It's white chalk, and it's in every fucking thing. Tums, you eat tums, you got antacid, any type of tum or something for acid reflux, it's got kaolin in it. Every chip of paint got kaolin in it. Every piece of plastic in the world got kaolin in it. Every piece of fiberglass, every piece of sheetrock got kaolin in it, and it comes from Central Georgia, in this town, in Deep Step, where a lot of it is found. It's big money down here, y'all. Y'all don't understand the corruption. Y'all think Deep Step, Georgia. You look at the video, you see how rural it is. These people, billionaires down there. This same little town, the people down there in Sparta, Georgia, who got their land took. The people who took their land, the Tarburtons, Sandersville, on the railroad, and all that shit. Motherfucker, big time. And they got them took it. Say, we want that shit. We tired of it. We gonna take y'all land. We gonna run this goddamn railroad through him. And they gave him in the domain and took it. You know why? Good old boy system shit, man. Y'all think this shit a game? Y'all think this shit is just the tip of the iceberg? You think these people don't give a fuck? Man, I promise you, man. This real deal gangster shit going on down there in Central Georgia. And they do it on the sort of guise of politics, motherfucking policy, case law, and some bullshit ass look like a soda can and walking in the roadway nowadays when it come down to Eurie Martin. Some bullshit, bro. The defense called his first expert, Dr. Gary Vike of the University of California, San Diego. Vike, who has written about methods of police detentions for decades, has, by his own accounting, testified at least 50 times in similar cases around the country. Often he testifies that people who died in police custody did not die because of how they were treated by the police. So these motherfuckers they got their own goddamn, they got their own guard dog in here. Hey man, let's bring up every case around the country where there's a question and why did somebody die, they bring in Dr. Gary Vike. He testified over 50 times, man, in favor of the police, saying, I'm like, how? Good old boy system. And I guarantee this motherfucker, they call a motherfucker way from San Diego, California, who went to school in Cali, and bring him down to motherfucking Deep Step, Georgia, Washington County, Georgia, to testify in the case. And that's what I'm saying. This is the crazy part about it now. They bring in Dr. Gary Vile. Gary Vile has been, they say over 50 times, right? But upon my research, man, they made it testified over 100 times in similar cases in the past couple decades, man. He's frequently called to speak about what they call excited delirium. So this is what they say excited delirium disorder is. All right. It's a term that's been used to describe the state of extreme agitation, confusion, and often aggressive behavior that can supposedly occur in some individuals. It's often associated with the use of drugs like cocaine or methamphetamines, or with severe mental health episodes. People who are said to be experiencing excited delirium might have superhuman strength, may be sensitive to pain, and be extremely erratic. Now, this term is really controversial. It's not officially recognized as a medical diagnosis by the major medical organizations like the American Medical Association, and a lot of critics argue that it's used to justify excessive force by law enforcement. So it's definitely a deliberate and controversial concept in both the medical and legal worlds. So this is just some bullshit. This just some shit they making up. Should have known that this motherfucker from California, they make up a lot of shit out there. He just made up some shit. Do you know Dr. Vike is also, he testified in a lot of different cases, like the Daniel Pruitt case and even the George Floyd case. The same goddamn office, the same damn doctor they used in the George Floyd case, they brought him down there to motherfucking Washington County to testify in the Eurie Martin case to get these motherfucking pepperwoods off. This is the power and corruption I'm talking about. This is the power and the corruption I'm talking about that we dealing with. We ain't dealing with no motherfucking rooter-poot ass people, man. These people for real about this shit. I'm telling you. After 8 years and 2 trials, on Monday, November the 20th, 2025, a Washington County jury found 3 former Georgia sheriff deputies not guilty of murder in the death of a black man who raised a white homeowner's suspicion by asking for a drink of water while walking through a small Georgia town. After 8 years, the jury verdict late Thursday has cleared all 3 of aggravated assault. Scott was acquitted on all charges, with jurors deadlocked on charges of involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct against Copeland, and how a mistrial in 2021 has ended in a deadlock on all counts. Basically, they got off, y'all. They ain't going back to try the motherfuckers again. Attorneys and civil rights activist Francis Johnson is still pursuing a lawsuit in federal court on the family's behalf. As a free man in this country, he should have been able to walk home. That's true. And it's just sad to say. It's sad to say. But you're talking about a town, you're talking about an area, you're talking about a culture, you're talking about a mindset of people who still feel like they're superior. Money, power, corruption. These officers are going to go on to live on their life. And they're probably going to get heavy donations from people of that area. I'm talking about and I wouldn't be surprised to see them get beat back in law enforcement. They may go over to the next county. They may go to Jones County. They may go down to Kite, Georgia, somewhere. They going back in law enforcement because they've been acquitted. They ain't did nothing, even though a man is dead. This verdict echoes what many in Central Georgia already know. We already know the Good Ole Boy system is alive and well. This case fell under the Oak Morgan Judicial Circuit, which also oversees Baldwin County, my hometown. Judges rotate between counties, and the culture of protecting law enforcement runs deep. These counties share history, politics, and power structures that make accountability rare and hard to find. Washington County is ran by Joel Cochran. He's a lifelong product of Washington County. Don't know him personally. Graduated from Washington County High School and Georgia Military College in Milledgeville. He spent decades in law enforcement in the area. Before becoming sheriff, he was the chief of police in the city of Temple. He has deep roots that tie him to the same community and institution that critics argue uphold the Good Ole Boy system. His statements on this case have been limited, cautious, and calculated. And these are the type of things that we deal with in small town USA. These are the types of things that regular people deal with, right? It's uncalled for, and it's not talked about enough. So many people allow things to go on unnoticed. Just like we seen in this video, everybody, they pulled out their phones, but nobody got out because they didn't want to get involved. There's so many people that I've talked to regarding to this case and other cases I'm working on, but they're literally afraid to come forward. They're like, Lamar, I can't be recorded because they're gonna know it's me. And I'm like, how are they gonna know it's you? I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna edit it out. They're afraid. The Dixie Mafia is real in Central Georgia. The corruption, the years is real. The judges in the Oak Morgan Judicial Circuit, a lot of them are so tenured that it ain't even funny. The sheriffs and police chiefs in these prospective cities in this Oak Morgan district have been there, some of them damn near half a century. And nowadays, guess what? Most of them run unopposed. Why? Because they in the clique. They take care of their own. And you better not be bold enough to be like Mr. Be Great today and speak on that shit. I'm telling you, man. All this because this man wanted something to drink. But yet it's still somehow he has a Coke can and he ends up throwing that. You want to throw littering in there. But he stopped at somebody's house looking for water. So why would he stop for water if he had a Coke, if he had a soda? These the type of things that happen, man. Well, Arsenio Hall used to say, things that make you go, yeah. And in closing, man, we reflect on Eurie Martin, a man who asked for nothing more than a cold drink of water, but yet he paid the ultimate price. And this question still remains. After 8 long years, will Eurie Martin never receive justice? Or will the Good Ole Boy system prevail? And my condolences and my prayers and my thoughts are with the family. My thoughts and prayers are with the family, man. Because it's no fun when you got to deal with death in any capacity. But to deal with death at the hands of those that are supposed to protect. And then justify because of a fucking Coke can. Then turn around and say they're not liable for it. Slap in the face. It's a gut punch. And I can empathize with the family on certain extent. I've been in situations where I saw the court system didn't give a fuck about my dead brother. Until you walk that walk, until you've been in that bereaved family shoes, until you've been sitting on the left side of that courtroom, until you've been sitting behind the state. I ain't talking about over there on the plaintiff side. I mean, I ain't talking about. I ain't talking about over there on the defendant side. I'm talking about when you been over there, when you got to ride with the state, and the state ain't studying your fucking ass, huh? Y'all don't know what that feel like. See, y'all, a lot of y'all only been on the defendant side. A lot of y'all only been on the side of upholding your goddamn tired ass cousin in the wrong. No, he did it. Yeah, but I'm talking about the victims of life. I'm talking about the victims of small town USA. The victims. So y'all don't give a fuck about that. Y'all praise the fucking villain. Y'all don't fuck with the police. Oh, no snitching. Stop snitching. Yeah, till somebody in your family fucked up. Till that shit hit on your doorstep. Won't y'all come forward? What? Nah. Yeah. Whole time when your cousin was terrorizing the fucking city, you ain't had nothing to say. So when that shit hit your front door, people ain't gonna have nothing to say. And this the culture we in, and then we up against a bigger beast. The corruption. Because here's one thing when we against each other, they don't give up. They ain't got no dog in the fight. They just sit back and just lock one up and they kill two birds with one stone. But when it come down and the blood is on their hand, they they go to stuttering. If it was some drugs involved, they had to call Mr. Eurie walking down there with a whole brick of cocaine. I guarantee you, they would have locked his ass up and threw away the key. But because he threw a coke can in the driveway and the cracker killed him, oh, they not liable for that because he was, breaking the law, littering, walking in the roadway that probably about 100 cars drive on all motherfucking week. Outside of the big trucks going back and forth to the mine and the motherfuckers going back and forth to work. Other than that, nobody drive on that goddamn road. It's sickening. But will Eurie Martin receive justice? Do you think he's going to receive justice? Yeah, hey, I need dropping them comments, man. If you feel like Eurie Martin one day will receive justice, and I'm not talking about a civil suit, do you think they will bring up those mistrial charges? Because I promise you, if it was you, they'll be trying to try your ass until they find the right jury. If it's a mistrial, they got room to try your ass again. Are they going to retry him? Will Eurie Martin ever receive justice? Do you think Eurie Martin will receive justice? I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, share this out, hit the notification bell because we will give updates going forward on this case. My prayers and condolences goes out to the family of Mr. Eurie Martin. I really hate you guys are dealing with this situation. I know the corruption and the crookedness you got to deal with down there in Central Georgia with these good old boys. It's tough. But stay strong, stay in prayer, and stay together most of all, right? But y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in with me. Follow me on all social media. Mr. Be Great Today, Lamar King Sr. New media. We are out there. We've got boots on the ground. We're going to give you the real story, uncut and raw and truthful. I love you all. And you already know. Be great today. Peace.
I was on the train.